in a crude laboratory in the basement of his home.
What's up, guys? Well, today I'm going to make a little video, go over what I've been using for Sorcery DPS, and maybe a few tips that some people don't know. I think there's definitely one thing that not a lot of people know that I'm going to show you, so let's get this party started. Alright, first things first, let's see, melee DPS. I primarily use the one-handed almost everywhere. There's only a few bosses in the raids that I don't melee, and sometimes I even melee them, depending on the group. I'll give you one tip about melee. Say I'm the tank right now. I mean, this is super common sense here, but maybe somebody doesn't notice. So say I'm the tank and these are the ads or the boss, whatever I'm fighting. I try to stay on the opposite side of the tank, so that way all the attacks he's doing that aren't AoE are basically going in his direction, and not a lot of the stuff, if anything, is going to be hitting me while I'm behind them. Same goes for the ads and stuff like that too in raids and the boss is tanking them. If you could sneak around the back side of them, sneak around the back side of them. It'll definitely pick you up some DPS because you won't be getting interrupted or knocked down, and you'll definitely be not pissing the healer off either. Let's see. Second, sorcery. After your fury kills one thing, you get red soul aura, and then basically you have a PI on you, and it will last the whole entire raid. Even if you're standing around for a little bit, it lasts forever. As long as you don't die, or it goes away. But then all your fury has to do is kill one thing, and you're back in business. What red soul aura does is, did I say it was a PI? Basically, you have the PI on you, and then you're free to just run around and spam the backflip or whatever weapon attack you're doing, and do trans and offering. It's a really quick DPS, and it definitely puts up really good numbers doing that tactic. I don't use circle when I'm doing it, and I know some of you right now are going, oh, shard isn't in your loadout, but I don't use shard when I do it because when you're meleeing, there's really no sense in using shard because you're not really concerned about the PI because you have the PI on you. The only thing that red soul aura isn't going to give you is the PI for circle. You'll only get one tick, but when you're killing the ads and stuff like that, between you and the other DPS, you're going to be killing them so fast that you're not even really going to be concerned with circle. With that said, when I melee in at boss fights, I do use the circle, and if there's some ads, I clip in a Karmic X consumable to get them, but I'll show you that rotation a little bit later on. And I like to use Weapon of Destiny because, I mean, it gives you 3 ticks normally, and 4 ticks if they have bad karma, or maybe it just gives you 4 ticks. I thought it was different. Let's see. Oh, well, you know what? They probably had the PI. Let me go over here and try. So the first time, it should only give me 3. Alright, yeah, the first time it only gives you 3, and then once they have bad karma, then it'll give you 4. Look at that. I thought so. Not a big deal though, who cares? But that's that. The one thing I do when I use circle is say as I'm on my way to the ads, I will pop a circle and clip a Weapon of Destiny. I'm never going to break my rotation to drop a circle because it's lost in DPS. Second tip. Now look who's trying to make their way into my video. Let me go back here and get out of combat. Second tip. This is something not a lot of people know. Alright, right now, circle, 1 tick. And then you drop shard, and you get your double tick when everybody's afflicted with bad karma. So let's let this run out. But the thing a lot of people don't know is the PI from shard lasts a really long time. You could get 2 circle rotations out of 1 use of shard, and throughout the course of the raid that'll pick you up a lot of DPS because trans hits a lot harder than shard does. So there we go, double tick, and that was 1 shard, 2 circles. Alright, so this video is going well. guess that's kind of about it. Oh, the Supercharged. Let me get the fuck out of there. Alright, so Grand Summoning here is an awesome Supercharged, but it's only super awesome if you use it with a supply drop. I mean, it's still good if you use it alone, but I always try to use it with a supply drop every time. So normally the pets hit for like 35-ish or something like that. Let me see. What are you hitting for, buddy? What's he gonna hit for in here? Maybe he's gonna hit for more than that, though. I forgot when you pulled him out. No power. Come on, buddy. Do something. This guy is so unreliable. Yeah, so like 47, 55, and stuff like that. So when you drop the supply drop, but the trick is you have to get the supply drop on the pets, not on you. So you got to make sure they get in the supply drop. Then they'll be hitting for not double the damage, but step it up from 50 to around 70s and 80s and stuff like that. So let's see if I can do this. Go ahead, fellas. Yeah, so there's some 60s, 70s, stuff like that, and they do get 80s. Maybe I was standing a little too far out of range. I don't think so, though. I could have been standing a little far out of range, but you get the drift. Just make sure you get these little douchebags, Carl and his brother. I don't know what his brother's name could be. Earl. Carl and Earl. Just make sure you get Carl and Earl in the supply drop and you'll be good. Alright, here's a quick demonstration of when I'm meleeing ads. I'll run up, drop my circle on them, and then I'll just do some backflips, trans, offering, Weapon of Destiny, and just do that over and over. Now I'm not going to break my rotation like I've said to put a circle down, but if I get interrupted or, you know, interrupted, knocked down, anything like that, then I'll toss a circle back down. But if I'm doing good, I'm not going to stop my rotation to drop a circle because it's a loss in DPS when you're fighting ads. Alright, now this is going to be using what I use if I'm at a boss fight and there's some ads. I'm going to be clipping in the consumable to give all the ads the PI too that are around me, and on bosses I'm always going to use the circle whenever it's off cooldown. Basically how I run this rotation is the power I'm going to use right before circle, I will clip that power with the Karmic Hex if the ads are close to me. That way I know everybody has a fresh PI, so then when I put circle down, they're going to get that double tick. This probably isn't the most awesome demonstration of it because I'm talking, so it's kind of hard to do it, but you catch my drift. Alright, now here's what I use for range, just a simple Handblaster Solar Flame clip. Just remember, you only need to cast Shard once for every 2 circles, and I like to cast Shard, then circle immediately after. Just, I mean, there's time to slip in a weapon combo, but sometimes in the raid you might fumble around or something, so I like to cast a Shard, then circle, because that assures me when I come back in the next rotation that I'm going to be able to hit circle, and I'll still have the double tick going, because the PI does run out shortly after the circle is up, so you got to be kind of quick when you put circle up for the second time. You got to make sure you do it within that little window, so you get the double tick. Other than that, just spam Solar Flame and trans, and whenever offering is down, clip that in. Alright, well, I got one more little thing. Alright, so with the mid-range, sorcery isn't really good at all from range, so you gotta stay in that mid-range. Now on ads, mid-range, you're good. Sorcery is great on ads, but then when you move into the boss area, sorcery isn't super awesome on the bosses. A lot of powers outperform it. So with that said, you do not want to be slipping back any farther than mid-range if possible. So what I do for a guide on the mid-range is you try to stand right at the little past the edge of your circle. This is about the sweet spot I like to stand. You know, the circle is a great reference point. You know, it's really easy to keep yourself in that mid-range distance without really paying too much attention to it. Probably right here is a little too far. Let's see, what's he hitting for? What's he hitting for up here? Come on, buddy, go. Alright, so this is probably your limit here. Yep. So, I usually don't even stand that far back. Maybe I take a couple steps back and stand right here, but most of the time, I mean, you're golden if you're standing on the edge of the circle or just a step or two behind it. I guess that's really all I have to go over. This might not be the best thing or what everybody else is using, but I just wanted to put up a video showing what I use and how I use it. Maybe it'll give some people ideas to create some other stuff or use some other stuff. Maybe get them thinking outside the box. Maybe give you that little tip with circling shards that you didn't know. I might know a few other things too, but can't let all the secrets go. Well, I guess that's about it. Thanks for watching. Adios.